from Kentucky.
We are outside of Bowling Green, Kentucky at a Corps of Engineer campground, Tailwater campground. Nice place. There's no power or electricity hooked up to the sites yet. That's here, but it's turned off until May, I think.
Yeah.
So it's nice and inexpensive. It's on Barren River Lake. Highly recommend. I'm not sure what it's like in the summer, but it's basically empty now, maybe because there's no power. But
yeah, and it's raining too, so.
Yeah.
But we came here because, well, we were just heading west, and the eclipse is happening. So we pulled in here. We don't have reservations or anything, but there were a lot of openings, and we're just out of the path of totality. This is about, I don't know, half hour southeast of Bowling Green, yes, Kentucky. And so we thought maybe we'll just hang out here and see what we can see. So the eclipse was yesterday, and we did see parts of the eclipse. Now, it did get fairly cloudy right before the peak, yep, here.
And unfortunately, when we left Cameron Laura's place, she, just in case we did get to the eclipse, she gave us 2 eclipse classes to take with us.
Yeah, we were not prepared at all. So
no, didn't think we were going to get this far.
Yeah. Anyway, it was really cool. Now, this is the second, we were in the full eclipse on the West Coast in 2017 when it made landfall there in Newport. And it's really a unique experience. I mean, I feel lucky we've experienced 2 so far, but it gets kind of eerie almost. It gets dark. Now, we didn't get total darkness here, but it did get dark, and the shadows are really odd. It's really hard to describe unless you've experienced it.
Yeah, the way with the glasses on, you can see the sun, and you can just see the cloud or the moon's blocking out the sun as it moves across. Mm-hmm. And as it moved across the sun, there was just a sliver of sunlight at the bottom, yeah, as it moved on through there. So it didn't get totally dark, but I would rather be here alone and get that than get the total eclipse in a packed, because it sounds like it's pretty busy where the center is. So yeah, it was cool.
And in fact, early on, a couple months ago, we looked at a couple of reservations possibly down in Arkansas by your cousin's place, and they were totally booked.
Everything's been booked for months. So
yeah,
this was cool.
Anyway, I'll just show you what I set up my GoPros, and I tried to set it to capture the solar eclipse. It didn't exactly do that, but we still got some cool footage.
It didn't look anything like it looked through the glasses, but
no,
the footage is pretty cool.
And you could see how the clouds came in and out. Now, I will say, once it got kind of dark, we heard roosters crowing, like going crazy, and we didn't hear roosters prior to that at all.
Since
any morning. No. So they really thought morning was coming at 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah, I should have got a Kentucky fishing license, and I should have been down there when it started getting light again on the river, because right on the river, the fish would have thought it was a morning bite. I don't know.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people fishing here too. So, all right, check out this footage. We're gonna get on the road this morning. It's raining, so we're just gonna get some miles in and see what we can find. But we'll see you down the road and check out this non-eclipse footage, but during the eclipse. Welcome to Illinois.
What?
Did you know you're going to be in Illinois today?
Now we're going.
we're
headed towards Missouri from Kentucky,
we were
right?
in southern Kentucky. I thought we were going to southern Missouri. There must be a part of Illinois that, or you've been navigating wrong.
Well,
It's been a long drive day. Where'd you send us?
I better check the map. Hang on. Missouri now. That was just like a little short jog into Illinois.
Never worried any.
Yeah, whatever. Wherever we end up, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking. She's been the goodest girl. Yeah, so you saw that eclipse footage. I don't know, I just didn't do the settings right or something. So it just showed a big ball of fire in the sky, but it was really cool in person. Oh yeah, Missouri welcomes you. So there's a little free camping spot up ahead about an hour. We're gonna check out, see if we can land there for the night. It's right off the freeway, about a mile, so hopefully it works out. Well. That was an interesting evening. So we were headed to this one spot that was kind of a wildlife preserve or something on the side of the road that was free camping. It wasn't a preserve so much, but it was free camping.
It was a free camping area.
Yeah, we didn't make it that far.
It was pouring rain, and I looked at the satellite, which is something I recommend if you're looking at like some dispersed camping or anything where you're not sure what it's going to be like. Look at the satellite images and see. It looked like it could be a muddy mess because it was pouring rain.
Yeah.
And so she found Lambert's was on the route on all stays. It's marked as a overnight parking, and they have RV spot for $40 a night for plug-in, or you can park for free in the parking lot, which we did.
Yeah, and this is in Sykeston. Is that the town? Sykeston, Missouri. Don't quote me on that. Don't ever quote me on any of these towns. Sykeston. Yeah. So yeah, we pull in. Now, those of you who don't know what Lambert's is, it's a famous restaurant. This is the original one, I think, and then they have a second one down in Alabama. And it's home of the throwed rolls. So we've been to it one time with this wonderful couple, Chuck and Letty.
That was the one in like Floribama area.
Yeah.
That area.
They took us to that one, and basically all kinds of southern foods. They have tons of pass-arounds, and the main thing is they have these rolls they make by the thousands, and you just raise your hand and they chuck a roll your way. Sometimes you catch it, sometimes you don't.
There's rolls everywhere.
They're bouncing off the walls and on the floors, and they're delicious. We didn't know we were gonna stay here, and we had just eaten, about an hour back, so we had sardines. We're full of sardines. We couldn't have thrown rolls. But I do know when you go in, you do not leave hungry. It's just massive amounts of food.
Yeah.
So we spent the night here just in the boondocking spot. You mentioned that they have a actual campground, $40 a night, but we were just boondocking, so we just pulled in the lot. Now there is a gravel lot towards the back where bigger RVs were staying, but we fit in a normal spot.
And we're experts at spending nights in parking lots. We've done it many years.
Yeah.
And our favorites are the Cracker Barrels. We've been in Cracker Barrels in most states, and we've only had one bad experience.
Yeah.
So this is very much like a Cracker Barrel. So when you pull into one of these places, you don't want to park by the dumpsters because you don't know what day is trash day.
We've learned a lot. Yeah.
By the bottle drop, anything like that. So we thought we parked in a pretty good spot.
Yeah. So about 2:00 in the morning, and we have windows open. We keep open, and there was just this horrific noise. It's hard to describe. We'll take a listen. So that went on
for
I want to say over an hour.
But
I shut the window. We shut everything
it was so
down.
loud. I don't know. I don't know what the camera got, but I was kind of woke up by it slowly. I was almost dreaming there was an extremely loud drone right above our camper, and I kept thinking, what is there a drone doing above our camper, and why does it keep going around and back and forth? And then I woke up and I don't know, I asked you what it was, and would you say it was like someone pressure washer?
Yeah, I could see it. Someone was, so they serve things on trays in there. You get a tray, and it was either those or kitchen trays. I wasn't sure, but hundreds of these trays he was pressure washing out in the gravel lot where other RVs were boondocking, like big Class A's and stuff. Yeah, just ripping through the, and then he'd chuck them up on the pile, get another one down.
And I couldn't go back to sleep because it wasn't like a noise that's consistent that you just...
Yeah, your brain, it varies, so your
it would
brain
stop
is
and you
always in
think,
alert
oh, it's
mode.
over. And then it'd start up again. And over. Just over and over. She said it lasted like an hour. I thought it went all night.
I really don't know how long it lasted, but it was a fair amount of
What
time.
time was it anyway?
It was around 2, I think, 2 something.
That's probably not a normal thing because there were no reviews about that. So
No, and the guy was out there with a headlamp. He had a headlamp and just pressure washing like a fool. I was like, we just laugh. What can you do?
oh, she was laughing so hard.
We've been woken up by all kinds of stuff, but that Class A was right next to him. The guy must have been having a little fun with it. Like all these
Maybe.
people. I would have been actually a little bit annoyed had we paid $40 and we're spending the night in the campground here, because I mean that woke the dead. So I mean they were right next to that too. So
Anyway,
things happen on the road, right?
that was our awakening.
Yeah, we did get back to sleep though.
So now it's going to be rainy again today, so we're
Yeah.
going to just make tracks across Missouri. Maybe we can find some sights to see along the way.
Yeah, there's a giant fork in Springfield.
A giant fork.
Yeah, the
Like a-
world's
like
largest fork.
An eating fork.
Yeah.
Not like a fork in the road.
No, it's like sticking out of the ground, but I guess it's like in a weird spot behind a building.
We must see this.
We'll see if we can track it down. Yeah, no, we're trying to just keep ahead of the storms and out of the storms. There's storms coming in on the Gulf. There's storms where in Kansas and
Well, it's just
high winds.
high wind,
and
not
stuff.
storms yet, but
Well, there are
this
tornadoes
time of year
down
is,
south.
you got to pay attention when you're moving across the country. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid the possibility of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, so we're keeping up on the weather and looking at that all the time too. So, yeah, we'll just move on down the road. How have you guys? I know a lot of you guys travel too. Drop a comment below. Let us know what has woke you up in the middle of the night. We've had one knock and talk, I think, right? Or two, one. One I know in Key West. So that doesn't happen very often for us. But yeah, the bottle drop we've accidentally parked too close to. Oh, and street sweepers.
Oh, the Walmart street sweepers.
They love to mess with you.
Yeah, I think sometimes they do laps around your
They
ramp.
definitely do.
Like, what is he doing? We must have parked in the dirtiest spot in the Walmart.
I give it to him. I mean, he's out there at 3 a.m.
And the Walmart, we have learned that Walmarts in the South are different than the North. In most places that we've been to in the South, it's like the meeting place
Yeah.
for the teenagers, and it's like burnouts.
drag strip.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Yeah. We haven't been in a Walmart in a long time. We avoid those really kind of now. So, all right. See you down the road. Carry on.
Carry on.
Thanks for watching.
And a very special thank you to our patrons for supporting our channel. Join us over on Patreon for extra videos and more content. Check out our website or Amazon for our pistol book. Carry on.
Carry on.